Hey guys. Dimitri, hi. Ricardo, hi. Podcaster Manny, hi. Invisismurf, hi. How you guys going? What is happening? Marcus, hi. Angela, hi. Steel Drum Bands from Manchester, UK, hey. Doing good, doing good. How are you, podcast? You guys can hear me, obviously. I'm assuming you can hear me. But Invisismurf, congratulations. Official diagnosis today. Wow, that's big. That is big. Congratulations. Welcome. Hey, John. Oh, thank you. Hey, Ron from Alabama. Sweet home, Alabama. I bet you're a bit tired, podcast, going through all that stuff today. I bet you're tired. It's a very draining process, that's for sure. It's not exactly a celebration of you. It's a complete deconstruction. Thanks, John. Thanks for dropping in, saying, hey, how you doing? Alien, my boys are good. Thank you. Appreciate that. Bold, thank you. Thank you for watching my videos. It's nice of you. I appreciate it. Jessica, hey, from Canada. Great to have you, Jess. Thank you for being here. Millie. Thank you for being here, Millie, and introducing yourself. Appreciate it. Welcome along. Douglas, welcome. James, your last couple of videos have been awesome. Thanks, man. Shout out from Washington. I'm happy to hear that. Thank you so much, man. I really do appreciate it. Romana, hey, I missed you so much. Alien, do I find live streaming hard or quite easy? Quite easy. Chronically neurodivergent life. Hello, your videos have helped my mum to understand my autism and all more. That's great to hear. Thank you so much. Millie, I love your videos. I also make autism content. I'm not that famous. I have 280 subs. What's your channel name? Millie, put it in the comments. Cherie. Perth, Australia. I lived in Perth, Australia for like half a decade. It's a great place. Whitney, welcome, Whitney. Great to see you here. Corey, thank you for content. Help me navigate. Thank you. Millie, your channel is called My ASD World. My ASD World. Cool. So tell us a bit about what you do in your channel. Like, what's the thing? What's your way you would describe it? Do you talk about particular things to do with autism, or Claire from Woodshed Theory? Hey mate, how are you? You know, it's good Claire's here. That reminded me of something. I did quite a lot of lives and collabs and correspondence with Claire from Woodshed Theory and Jen. from Neurodivergent over the last couple of weeks. And once they come to an end, it's kind of like you go into this dark holding pattern of nothingness again for a while. And I hate that. It's like, yeah, I miss chatting to those guys more regularly and stuff. It's strange. It's like you get to do it because there's reasons for it, but I don't want reasons anymore. Anyway, that's just me. Ramana, thank you, man. I appreciate it. Millie makes autism content, random content, and dog content. And I just spread awareness, stuff like that. Okay, so that's Millie on her channel, which I have to go and check out. My ASD World. My ASD World, Millie. 280 subscribers, so you can definitely go and check her out. Hit that subscribe button and help her along. And Millie, there's other content creators here, like Claire from Woodshed Theory. You should chat to her too. She's got some amazing stuff to look up to. RCDC-UK, Narcissistic, hey, Life, PHP, hi from England. Claire said it was really fun filming with you. It was. I agree. Here comes Roger. You okay, buddy? Punky Brewster, best show ever. Hi. What am I up to, Whitney? Roger. It's okay, buddy. You're okay. You're not going to get hurt. It's okay. Look, what's that? What's that? What's this? What's this? Do you want to get down? Okay. That's okay. Here, sit on there. Sit down here. Chronically Neurodivergent Life also do content for autism. Awesome. Depleted Uranium Cowboy. Hi, Orion. Enjoying your book. It resonates with me a lot. I'm so happy to hear that. Thank you so much for your support, and I'm glad you're enjoying it. I appreciate it. Yes, Claire, that was Roger Kelly. He seemed extremely happy to be on camera. He's hiding behind my sign now. Over here. He's down here hiding behind this sign. Anyway. I guess he's going to be more of an editor, videographer than a presenter in the family. Hi from Finland, Clippery78. RCDC used to create bike content, now make RC car content. Oh yeah, cool. Special interests at the time. Bloody great idea. I love that idea. Yes, BC, I do have a cat. I have two cats, actually. That's little Roger, and I have Daisy, who's much older, 7 years or something. Life with PHP, do you think it's common for people who are autistic to prefer cats over dogs? I don't think, that's a great point, a great question. I don't want to speak on behalf of others. In our family, we definitely prefer cats over dogs, though it's not like we don't like dogs. Personally, I think cats are a lot less maintenance and a lot cleaner and more funny. But yeah. Millie, you have a question about PDA. Do I know anything about PDA, pathological demand avoidance, and have I done a vid on it? Have I done a vid on it, Millie? Catch up, my friend. I've done many videos on demand avoidance. I've done on demand avoidance and videos on how to beat demand avoidance, both videos and also my video podcast channel. So you should do a video on that too if you like it. Yes, Concrete Jungle. Roger's more of a director behind the scenes. Claire's going to check out Millie's channel. Connor, hi. Bowl also interested in PDA, so persistent or pathological demand avoidance. I've done videos on it 100%. It's a very popular topic, and it's very common for autistic people to experience it. Would you like to reply to any of the comments, mate? Roger? Would you like to reply to any of the comments, buddy? Is that a no? Roger? Okay, that's a no. Whitney, I can't see any comments. I'm in the poll, trying to start a poll for Whitney. So just hold fire, everyone. Okay, so it's a yes or no. So what I'll do is I'll write, do you prefer cats over dogs? Yes or no? Poll's live, everyone. Poll is live. Do you prefer cats over dogs? Oh, and I've lost track of comments, sorry. A Punky Brewster, any advice on how not to feel guilty when you're depleted of all motivation and energy while raising kids who also are autistic? People in the comments, by the way, make sure you help out Punky and other people, answer questions yourself, use your own experiences. I think from my point of view, we actually talked about this quite a lot in the last few weeks with burnout and things. From my point of view, I would say you have to pick what's the most important thing to do. So if that's about providing ways to keep multiple people regulated, then you have to kind of separate, divide and conquer and trying to help everyone. And sometimes that might mean it's more important for you to get regulated briefly. So that means you feel like you're a bad parent because you've taken yourself away from the situation, but you're going to be a better parent when you're returned. I totally understand the struggle. Alien, do I find Melbourne too cold at times? No. James, have me and Claire talked about a weekly collaboration? No, we haven't. Mig, you asked me some questions about what do I identify as and my pronouns. I thought it was in the title, Orion Kelly, that autistic guy. So I identify as an autistic guy. I think it's the best way of putting it. Can I just say, by the way, as an autistic person, my experience, not yours, my brain, not yours, as an autistic person, I really struggle to get my head around pronouns and identifying as and these types of things. There's not an issue either way. I'm just telling you, my brain struggles to get around this. My brain's very black and white, right, wrong, concrete, rigid, kind of. I don't especially get my head around how this has become complicated, what's complicated about it. And again, not good or bad, I'm just saying I struggle with these questions legitimately. This is me actually struggling trying to answer that question. Autistic Renegade, g'day from Sydney, welcome. Hi Joseph, how you going? Heidi, yep, you're here. Jessica, that little kitten, that's a boy, his name's Roger. Boss Sub Master, you've picked up on my title. It's a mic in my pocket. That one had me laughing. Now, the reason why I wrote my title to this being, it is a mic in my pocket and I am happy to see you or something, is because I thought today if I get a bit bored or it gets a bit boring in here, I can just swivel to this way and do a fully fledged special interest rant on all my different types of microphones that I have in this little room here. So that's the title. Simpler times, you caught a live stream? Yes. I am struggling to catch up. I really apologize. I'm going to apologize for missing people and I'm going to move on. Red Primo, is this imposter Orion or did you lose access to your wardrobe? It's who is Orion? That's the question. Who is Orion? This is me. Just doing a nice little natural relaxed live stream. Believe it or not, I don't live my life 24/7 in Hawaiian shirts. I don't live my life 24/7 creating content. Shauna, holla. All right, let's shut this poll down. Do you prefer cats over dogs? We've had over 173 votes. I'm going to close it down now. Do you prefer cats over dogs? End the poll. And it looks like you don't prefer cats over dogs, at least the people that voted. Laura, hi from Ohio. J Rod's great to have you here. Lily, hi from Sydney. Sam, hi from Bateman's Bay. Hello, my friend. Beautiful part of southern New South Wales. Hi, Mary. Claire from Maureen, New South Wales. Hello. Claire from the Woodshed Theory says, hello from Woodshed. Everything's fine. I'm good. Hello from Boston, says Nancy. Now, let me... Nathan, welcome. Evil Peter, hello from Rhodesia. Yeah, where is Woodshed? Good question. What time? Oh, Joseph, hi from Ireland. And timeframes changed. Has timeframes changed in parts of the world? So here in Australia, the daylight saving period is on. It's still on, and it ends at the start of April. So in a few weeks. But I have this feeling, and I could be wrong, I have this feeling that maybe parts of America or parts of the world have also gone into or come out of a period. I can't get my head. Have you just started daylight saving? Is that right? And that means, does that mean, I don't know, I'm asking. I don't know. Have you just started daylight saving, never you've gone forward? So spring, when you start spring, you spring your clocks forward When you hit fall, you're falling back. That's what Americans say, right? We just started daylight saving. I have been having to nap every day. What a mess. So you started daylight saving meaning you lost an hour. So you lost an hour sleep. That's why you felt tired. So you're napping to catch up. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. So it's 9:51 a.m. on Wednesday morning here in Australia. What is it in the world that doesn't make sense. What is it where you are? Just my Lurkin account. Hi, Ryan. Recently diagnosed, 23 videos have helped me. I'm grateful to hear that, and welcome, my friend. Great to have you here. So yeah, we're about 6:51, 5:51, 6:51 in Georgia, New York, 6:51, 11 p.m. in the UK. Hi, Luna. Thanks for having me here. Sorry, I can't keep up with these. So we're not long away from ending daylight saving. And look, we're a couple of weeks away. All I hope and pray, this is all I hope and pray for at night, is for goodness sakes, can someone please assure me? Can someone just check and make sure? I just want to know before we end daylight saving, I just want to know, for the love of God, please, someone tell me, did we save enough daylight? Has enough daylight been saved to end daylight saving in a few weeks? I just need to know. I just want to make sure, are we good? Have we saved enough? Is there enough? Do we have enough? Are we good? We're good? Because in a couple of weeks when we stop saving, if we haven't saved enough, it disputes the purpose of stopping saving. I just hope we have enough. I just hope we have enough. And by the way, it's called, Claire got it right. She got it right, Claire did. It's called daylight saving. Okay, it's not called daylight savings. You haven't walked into the bank and asked to open an account to save daylight. Oh, what are you looking for? I'm looking for a daylight savings account. Oh, sure, yeah, that's just go down to that aisle there that's marked, get stuffed, mate. That's... Roger, get down from the lights, mate. I mean, seriously, he's actually in the... He was in my backdrop. What are you doing in the backdrop, mate? That's the backdrop. You can't play in there. Continuity, mate. Continuity. If you push a book out of the way, I don't realise it. It won't look right. Come on, mate. Good grief. All right, here we go. Start off the closest. All right, here we go. So when I do podcasts, I do a podcast that I record as an audio podcast, and also at the same time I record it as a video podcast. I use this bad boy, which is no different to a microphone you'd find in a radio station, a voiceover booth, whatever, okay? This is this microphone here it's called a Rode Procaster, obviously I've got a little popper thing on it. And then this is just an arm, just clamps in here. You see that? Just clamps into the table. No screws, nothing, just clamps in. Up she goes. And that's my mic to do podcasts, okay? And this is what I use to record. So we have, this is a Rodecaster Duo, not the Rodecaster Pro, which is bigger and more expensive. This is a Rodecaster Duo, so it's smaller. It only has 4 channels, like your mic and different things. And then these buttons here, I can push this and it'll play like the intro to my podcast and different things. Okay. All right. This is what they call a Rode pod mic. I use this for video calls, video recordings, collaborations, live streams when I do them in the PC format, like the horizontal format. How do I do that? So this is a Rode pod mic. It's an XLR again, so it's not a USB, not USB. Plugs in like this, comes around here into this little thing. Can you see it? I'm trying to work out, yeah, this little thing, which is a Rode X streamer. Okay, it's a Rode X streamer. The mic gets plugged into the little streamer. The streamer gets plugged into the computer. That's obviously a USB connection. And then when you go to Zoom or video chat or live streams for the microphone, you just select the Rode streamer, and then you get like a broadcast quality microphone on your video calls and your streaming and stuff. So this is like a capture card for streaming and gaming and stuff, but it's 4K capture built in with the preamp, the microphone, more channels and buttons and different things. Okay. All right. That's like a Rode Video Mic Pro. Basically, it's just a little, you can see how little it is. Very light, very little stand. Plugs directly into my camera. So this goes directly up to here. And then this is the mic I use when I record my videos. Just a little video mic. Some people like to mount them on the camera. What are you doing? Oi! What was that noise? And that's that mic. And this is a Rode, like a Rode X mic. It's a pure USB microphone. This purely so I can take this anywhere. I can plug it straight into a laptop, a computer, any USB device, and you've got an automatic portable little mic. That's what I used to use a lot for my video stuff, and now it's more used. Will you stop it? And now it's more used for that kind of portable stuff because it's USB, and USB is very flexible. So yeah. So that's that is the mic in my pocket. Thank you, Claire, I appreciate that. So that's one of my favorite things. That's one of my favorite things. Microphones and sound from my radio background. They're so cool. And they all have different sounds. That's the thing, right? They all have different sounds. People think, oh yeah, I can make content with one mic. And that's true technically, but it's kind of bullcrap. Like when people listen to a podcast, I find, because you're listening to it, audio is pretty bloody important, yeah? And you think, oh no, it'll sound fine if I just use, like, I don't know, my AirPods or like some standard crappy little microphone. Roger, you're killing me, mate. And that's not true. When people listen to a podcast, they feel more comfortable and they want to listen to it when it sounds like they're listening to the radio. That kind of crisp, compressed, rich, broadcast kind of sound. And you think, oh, I don't have a radio station. I'm not a millionaire. Yeah, the mic I just showed you is like $200, maybe less. That people don't realize these things. The pod mic. So you're right. I did get this big bad boy, right? The Procaster, because I like the sound of it. It sounds bloody radio, bloody beautiful. I love it. But you could do the same thing with just the pod mic. It has beautiful compression and it's got a great sound. It's much smaller, inexpensive, and they do a pod mic USB version now. So you might not want to get the equipment I have. You might just want to plug your pod mic directly in your computer and then record a podcast. And that's cool too, but it'll sound better. The idea you record a video for YouTube and a podcast with the same sound and think that that's the right thing to do is beginner level wrong. It doesn't, and again, this isn't about money. There's plenty of great sounding mics that are really inexpensive. People expect a certain level from podcasts. You're killing me, mate. Can you? Do you mind? Roger, do you mind? Hey, buddy, could we maybe just leave the microphones alone? Don't go down there. Oh, my God, help me. Roger does it again. So look at it like this, right? If you're watching a video on YouTube, the most important thing to you probably are going to be, are you interested in it? Like the content, right? Do I want to watch this content? Is this an interesting topic, right? Do I like this? And that's probably going to come from things like the thumbnail and also just watching a bit of it. So you're looking with your eyes. You're judging with your eyes, yeah? Okay, cool. So audio, like I have some relatively inexpensive video mic. Plug straight into the camera. It's not like amazing sounding, but it sounds good. And I can tweak it. But anyway, no worries, because you're judging with your eyes, right? You listen to a podcast in the car or when you're working, going for a walk, exercising, chilling out, whatever, you're judging with your ears. And if it doesn't sound automatically soothing and pleasing like kind of the radio compression does, it's going to agitate you. If it sounds a bit tinny is a sound people would say if you have like a little lapel mic or a crappy little mic. It's going to sound tinny, like there's no body to it. It makes you agitated. You wear out quicker. You don't make it through to the end, right? It's different. Now I know people don't care. This is like one of my things. Sound and microphones are like one of my things. I worked in radio for a long time, so that's okay. You don't have to agree or listen. I'm cool with that. I'm just kind of explaining to you that there's different sounds. So in other words, you're not going to go to football training before you play a game of cricket, right? That's different training. Cricket and football aren't the same sport. Podcasts and videos aren't the same thing. Now, I can make video podcasts, but again, I make them so they look good, but they also sound good because I'm using a podcast microphone when I record it. I'm not going to use a podcast mic. You see, this is the other thing. I see YouTubers, right, doing videos like this. This is what I see. You tell me if you don't see this. They've got a goddamn massive microphone on a boom or something in their YouTube video. Like, g'day, welcome to my YouTube video, guys. Oh yeah, what's this? Just a giant, big-ass microphone and a thing in my shot. Welcome along to my video. It's not going to be distracting at all. Just this massive bloody microphone in the middle of my face. What a great video. What are you doing? Who are you brought? What is this? It's a video, guys. What's with this? And then I see people live stream with something like this. I'm literally right now, what have I got? 20 microphones? I'm live streaming on my phone with nothing. Just the phone. Yeah, welcome to my live stream, guys. Hey, yeah, now let's have a casual chat. I'll just be the guy that's sitting behind a giant microphone. What are you talking about? What do you think people are listening to this live stream on their phone or their device or whatever? What kind of sound quality are they expecting? Get out of my face. That's why I plug in a microphone, a video mic, that little thing there, you don't even see it. Anyway, you get me ranting about sound and equipment and you're going to really, I've got a brand new thing I just got. I think might have been $180 or $200 something. I've got a brand new piece of equipment. It just arrived. It'll revolutionize my productivity. I can't even begin to tell you. I haven't even used it yet. I'm so scared of how long it's going to take me to set up that I haven't used it. It will revolutionize my productivity. It will change my life. And it's sitting under my desk because I'm too scared to put it together or work it out. Really, the process for me, Jay, for setting up a podcast is really simplistic because I've got everything set up. So when I say that, what I mean is you can see that, so if you've got my podcast mic, yeah, and you follow it down, it's clamped into my table. This is a table where my camera rests. There's the camera, right? And I might sit So there's the camera. This is a reverse of my YouTube video. So this is you being me. Okay, so there's the camera, and where you are, you're me. That's me. That's what I see when I do a video. This is what you see when you do a video, right? When I do a video, right? So there's the camera now. I'm looking at the camera. It's behind me. Okay, so the camera's set up, right? It's the microphone for my podcast is set up. It's plugged straight into the Rodecaster Duo. I would literally just turn on my computer. I would just make sure that this Rodecaster Duo was USB plugged into my computer. That's it. That's it. Mic's set up, ready to rock and roll. It's clamped to the desk. It's plugged in, into the Duo, into the computer, ready to rock. So this is just a room in our house. It isn't like a purpose-built anything. But what I try to do is have everything as close to ready to go as possible, because I found early on, I was constantly setting up. It could take me hours just to get going, and that really agitated me. So you can see that the light is in place, even on the angle, right? So you can see it's not flat towards me, it's angled that way, and I'll be like here. And then I've got one here, which is like a filler light. It's on less than 5%. So I turn it on like 5%, you barely see it. But it's there, it's ready to rock, right? That, ready to rock. Camera, ready to rock. Me, not even remotely close. But yeah, so that's all set up. Podcast mic set up, ready to go. Turn on the computer, turn on Adobe Audition, start recording the audio into Adobe Audition, and start recording the video into an online podcast platform, ready to rock and roll. Now this is what I was talking about. Can you see me? Can you see me? I'm here. Hello? Hello? So that camera, that hole is where the camera goes, yeah? I'll give you a brief rundown here. Can you imagine if I could record my YouTube videos by looking at the camera and reading the whole time? That'd be so amazing, and looking down. Check this out, right? Hole, right? Hole, camera in hole, camera shoots, me see words. It's Elgato, and it's fully built-in prompter, and it's USB. It literally just plugs into your computer USB, and it sits on your lens. It sits on the lens with a little clampy thing. Woo. So yeah, that's me literally just ranting about stuff that I like. And so no, Claire, it wasn't a giant robot in myself that was going to revolutionize me. It was a teleprompter. Jen from Neurodivergent, have you just come in and the first thing you've said is all those comments with the microphone? Or welcome along. I've missed you. I've had a Shure SM7B mic, Cloud Lifter, and Rodecaster Pro in my Amazon cart for months. Okay, there's too many mics there. What are you doing, Roger? You're killing me, man. You got too many mics in your cart, mate. And the Rodecaster Pro, what do you need a Rodecaster Pro for, Jen? Are you going to plug the Rodecaster? Because if you've got a Rodecaster Pro, that's an XLR mic. What are you going to plug it into? You're going to need a device like a Rodecaster Duo. It won't just plug into your computer. A Rodecaster pod mic USB will plug into your computer. Do you mean a Rode Podcaster? That plugs in your, that's a USB, but that won't help. You need to be able to plug into your camera. But then you don't want a big ass mic to plug into your camera. That won't make any sense. This is the problem, see? Not about you, Jen, about microphones. People think you just find expensive, cool microphones like other people have, and that's great. That's not like I use a video mic for my videos. This is not right. Yeah, do not waste that kind of money, Jen. I feel very strong about this. Maybe just message me about what you actually want to do. So do you want, are you saying you, because my understanding is a lot of people get into the game by buying like these. I see them on, that's the thing too. You don't ever see my mic in my normal videos. But in other people's videos, I see like these. It looks like kind of an alien sphere, like some sort of alien spherical thing. And then I think, okay, what is that, is that like a Yeti or something? What is that? And then I think, okay, but how does that work? Does that plug into the camera, or does that plug into a USB computer and you've got to sync it up? Because that's the other thing. My little Rode video mic plugs into the camera, so it's all synced. When I edit it, the audio and the video is the same thing. I'm sure that's the same with you guys. But then you need a mic that plugs in your camera, so it's all synced. Just a good quality video mic. That's all you need. You could use a lapel. Or you could do what I used to do. I got the Rodecaster, the little Rodecaster like things, the like little square things, right? And I used to wear them, or I used to put them on a little stick. But that was a bit agitating. But see, then making a podcast, then you would look into, so the idea you'd buy a Shure mic and a Rodecaster mic is confusing me. And this cloud mixing thing, I don't know. I think the cloud mixing thing must be the thing you plug the mic into. Is that what you were saying? Yeah. Here's what I've done. Here's what I did. I started my channel in the first year, maybe longer. I used nothing but, and I've still got it, this $80 ring light, right? That's all I had, this $80 ring light, my smartphone, and I bought like a $60 lapel mic, and the lapel, I got like a lapel mic connector where I put the lapel mic on, and then that connector would go straight into my phone, into the bottom of my phone. So I recorded everything on my phone with a tiny little $60. So basically, what's that, $150 max for the light and the lapel mic? Did that for a good year, maybe longer. And then I thought I should upgrade slightly, and I got one of those mics, those Rode mics, which are more like a square. I'm sorry, I've forgotten what they're called. Wireless Go. And I put that on my shirt because it was a bit better quality. And again, that wasn't expensive. That's all I upgraded. And then I started wearing a lot more of my Hawaiian shirts, and there was rustling, and I hated the rustling. So I thought, I've got to fix this, but I don't want to get another microphone. So I found out you could get this thing, like this Rode kind of reporter thing, where it's basically a stick they perfectly clamp into. And if you watch some of my videos, you'll see I'm holding a microphone. So that was that. And that went for ages. And then, relatively recently, like in the last year, so we're talking like, 3 years in or something, I thought I should just buy a video mic, because the video mic can plug directly into the camera, but also you can put it on a stand. Rather than having something on my shirt or holding a mic, which agitated me, I can plant it down in front of me. Right. And by the way, there's nothing sexy about this. I want to be clear, right? Just in case people think, oh, this is so sexy. This is actually what it looks like. So here's the mic, right? But that's too low, right? This stand. I'm not going to pay for something more than that. I stole my wife's binders. I stole 1, 2. I stole them from my wife, right? I get the mic. I put it on top of the binders. 1, 2 mic. Then I sit down and, the mic's like this. Yeah? And that's why the sound's good. If I mounted this with the horseshoe thing up on here, I'd be too far away. So I plug it in. I whack it on a couple of cheap-ass binders to raise it up. I sit in front of it, and there's the mic. Right? It's just a bloody video mic. That's it. Nothing sexy. Nothing sexy about that. But it sounds bloody good. Hi, Gemma. Sorry I missed you. Lots of people coming in. I'm very sorry, guys. Gemma, I missed that. I'm very sorry I'm missing out on the comments. Okay, so the Shure mic is XLR. plugs into the cloud filter, which boosts the gain. Okay, let's stop. You can go ahead and get your Shure mics, and you can go ahead and find the nearest bin and shove them in there. If you need a mic that needs extra equipment to make it extra this and extra that, it's a piece of shit, okay? Now, the reason why I have Rode mics, apart from they're like industry level standard best ass mics you can get, and I don't make money, by the way, and they're also made in Australia, is they're ready to rock, my friends. They're ready to rock. None of this extra equipment for the gain, blah, blah, blah. And people have this obsession with Shure mics. They look like crap. They're like, what are you, Joe Rogan? They sound like crap. They look like crap. I don't know. I just don't get it. Anyway, that's just my opinion. That's my opinion. Doesn't mean it's yours. That's cool. But if you've got to buy equipment, to make the equipment work, you're buying the wrong equipment. And you should be do not buy an XLR mic to make a YouTube video. Do not buy an XLR mic to make a YouTube video. You could buy an XLR mic to record podcasts, but these days you could buy a podcast, like a good quality podcast mic that's USB. And unless you want to have some big setup like me, which you don't need, just plug it in your computer, mate, and record your bloody podcast on an awesome bloody mic. Just get a Rode pod mic USB. Or if you want a really sexy thing like me, get a Rode, instead of the Rode Procaster, get a Rode Podcaster, which is a Procaster that's USB. Plug it in your computer, record your bloody mic. The problem with USB mics is if you want to have a guest in the same room as you, you're not going to work. It's not going to work properly unless you go and buy something like I've got. Anyway. Unless you're doing, high-end sound like ASMR, then I kind of dig it. I get that. So please, before you spend lots of money on different mics, ask. You can ask me. I'm here to help. I just think, there's so many better things. There's so many more better things. So XLR for podcasts, cool. Not for videos. And if you see people make YouTube videos with their bloody sexy XLR mic, like taking up half the shot, I'm not up for it. Like, what is this, mate? What are you trying to say? You know what I mean? Like, but if you're spending money on a microphone that needs extra preamps and amps and all these play-ons, I'm sorry, guys. You should have come to me in the first place. Jen, I'm heartbroken, Jen. You didn't ask me these questions before. I worked in commercial radio. Right, for like a decade. Like, you've got to ask me these questions before and you shouldn't be spending $1,500 US on a couple of mics and equipment to make them work. No. Oh my God. It's Teresa. Hi. Jen, you're using a tin can connected to a string. I thought that was the setup you only used when you were doing like a collaboration video with me. But anyway. Linda, hi from Perth. Peter, hi Peter. I'm really sorry, guys, if there's like different comments and stuff that I'm missing. I just don't have the capacity to see them all. So I apologize. 6 Cents Amelia, hey, kia ora. Ryan from Pennsylvania. Whitney, I've just made you a standard moderator. If you'd like to use that power, go right ahead. Whitney, it's all yours. If it's to help people in the comments feel safer and happy, go ahead. If you're only worried about how it makes me feel, don't worry. Don't waste your energy. Frankly, I can't even see them. I wasn't even watching. Espen from Norway, hi, great to have you here. Thanks, Whitney, I appreciate it. Thanks, podcast. I think Roger's in here still somewhere, or is he gone to sleep? I'll be honest with you, I've never liked baked beans. I can't eat them, I can't smell them, I can't touch them. There's nothing about baked beans I've ever liked. So this makes a lot of sense that everyone keeps telling me to get rid of baked beans. Because I can tell you, I did that many years ago. So where were we? We're talking about mics. Like, you are legit not going to believe where Roger is. You are legit not going to believe where Roger is. He's sleeping in the corner underneath my feet. Okay. I guess he likes to hear us talk. Claire, from Woodshed Theory, what's my favorite safe food? Cereal. I love to have cereal for lunch on bad days. Definitely love cereal. Definitely love I love bread, toast, sandwiches, but cereal, I don't know, I just love cereal. Cereal's great. If I'm having a really bad burnout day, I'll drive to the shops during the day and buy a box of cereal that we don't have in the house that I really crave for, and I'll just eat that for lunch, and it's very nice. I like me likey. Does everyone know what cereal means? Breakfast cereal, the stuff you have in the morning? Cereal like, cornflakes, Special K, these kind of things, right? But in saying that, from my travels to the States, I'm not entirely sure what's going on in America. Like there's some cereals that are kind of like cool, but at least in the shops that I went to in America when I was there, in my travels, the options for breakfast cereals there are more so like sugar in a box. Like everything has to be colorful or sugared or coated or sugared coated. And like it's like, whoa, man, this is intense. Like, what did I try in Chicago? I tried these Oreos that were like, what were they? Oreos, but they had like oats, maybe covered in oats, and maybe like a syrup or maple syrup or something. And man, they were tasty, but like you can't eat, like whoa, this is intense. I'm more like the kind of plain tasting, you know, like I like to have Wheat Bix and Special K and these kind of cereals. Cherries high. So yeah, the breakfast cereals in America, although they're like very enticing and exciting, I found a bit overwhelming. They're very colourful and kid-like. It almost says, hey, if you're an adult, you shouldn't be here. In America, it's like you go to the cereal aisle. It's like, hey, you're an adult. This is not for you. This is the toy aisle. It's like, I've come to get some breakfast cereal. Anyway, just me. But I'm open to trying all the American cereals next time I'm there. I'm open to trying them. There's some I haven't got my head around yet. Like I don't understand the flavour of them, how that would taste good in a cereal. Yeah. I think the Cheerios that I had were Cinnamon Crunch Cheerios. I think that might be right. They were intense. I like the banana nut Cheerios. I like a lot of the Cheerios, but that's because a lot of them can be quite not as sugary tasty. I like Bircher muesli is really nice too, yeah. Captain Crunch tears up the roof of your mouth, says Jen for Neurodivergent. Cereals that rip up your mouth aren't great. I agree. I do agree. And I've experienced that. It's agitating to the senses. But I guess, as David said, there's always a price to pleasure, isn't there? My, yes, Captain Crunch is brutal. There you go. It sounds like everyone agrees. Yet this is still on the market, apparently. So there you go. It's an attractive nuisance. You talking about the cereal or me, Jen? Oh, man. Oh, man. You still asleep, Roger? Yeah. He's still asleep. I've been flicking through a script while I've been here this morning, just reading through it, trying to get my head around stuff. As Jen from Neurodivergent would put it, you know, I've got scripts, and I haven't recorded them. I've written one script, Jen. One script. I've written a script, mate, and I haven't recorded it yet. Why is that? I don't know. This is my video for next week. I've got a script for next week, mate, and I haven't recorded it yet. And it's Wednesday where I live. So I've made over 700 videos, Claire from the Woodshed Theory. Over 700 videos, mate. And I've got a script, Jen, to record for next week, and I haven't recorded it yet. But I've got the script, says Jen. Why haven't I recorded it? I don't know. My video that I put out on Monday, a couple of days ago, it's doing okay. It's doing okay. You guys must really like me talking about rage. I've only got 12 million views, okay? I've only got 12 million views and over 700 videos and almost 150,000 subscribers and one script I haven't recorded. What's it about, Heidi, you ask? Jen, don't start me on the author, mate. Don't start. Did you know I'm also an author? This is the thing, right? Jen from Neurodivergent and Claire from Widget Theory, who did a video for me, and it's a great video, you should check it out, have given me like a massive complex. So apparently, I didn't realize this, apparently, if you ask Jen, all I ever say is I have a sore throat, which, by the way, I think I do today. I have a sore throat. I've made over 700 videos. I have a script I never record, and I'm an author. Now, did I say any of those things prior to her bringing it up? The answer is no. I'm an author of a book. I wrote a book, mate, and people have bought it. How does that make you feel? All right, Heidi asked me what it's about. It is about what's the difference between autistic burnout and clinical depression. Yes. Yes. And I have got actual key differences between depression and burnout. Because as an autistic person, the first thing that happens when you're experiencing autistic burnout is people start to go, are you okay? You seem depressed. Now, autistic people can be depressed, but it doesn't help you get through burnout when people are you okay? You seem depressed. I'm not depressed, I'm in burnout. Anyway, so I'm going to give you the differences, the key differences through all the main topics. What's the difference in triggers, in duration? What's the difference in social stuff, communication, motivation, behaviors? I have got it all in this script, mate, which I haven't recorded. Why? Because the video I put out on Monday has already had like, what, 1 billion views? Do I need to work ever again? Probably not. It's not true, by the way. That's not true. I'm joking. I'm just giving more content for Jen. That's all. And Jen didn't have an accomplice. Claire was there. But if you put it, I put it to you, Jen, that this was all, this was your doing, the roast stuff. This is, just sometimes you've got to let it out. Fair enough. Nevertheless. Here's what I'm going to do, guys. Let me run this idea by you. I'm going to go and get the transcripts of the top 2 highest performing videos from Jen's channel, Neurodivergent. I'm going to copy paste them into ChatGPT, and I'm going to ask for these videos to be rewritten in the style of Orion Kelly, that autistic guy. And then I'm going to record them as my own. How does that make you feel, Jen? It's that easy. It's that easy. Find a video that's really killing it. Go to ChatGPT. Ask it, hey, what would you say would be the logical follow-on from this particular video topic and this particular video transcript? What would you say would be the logical follow-on? Could you please provide me with a script? Could you provide me with a title? And next thing you know, guys, bang. You got a couple of views. Now listen, Jen. You're going to the HR department, are you? Okay. Fantastic. Now, apparently people think this is funny how I say HR or HR or however I say it. Apparently that's funny. Apparently they think I'm almost purposely saying hate-R, like HR. I'm happy to entertain you guys. Did I know I was saying HR funny or different? I didn't. But if it's your thing to make fun of an autistic person's way of speaking, then you go right ahead, Jen. You go right ahead, Jen. Oh, maybe I should take you to HR or HR or however I don't even know how I'm supposed to say it anymore. That's the problem. I don't even know who I am or how I say things. I'm trying to work out from you how I'm supposed to say things. That's where it's got to. Anyway. Yeah, see, people don't think I'm saying anything weird. So I don't understand. Do I say HR or do I say HR? This is what I don't understand. Yeah. Ow, crap. I just stimmed so hard with my nails, I like cut my finger. Yeah, that's right. So just to be clear, and thank you for your comments, guys, just so we're clear, we've discovered if I go by the comments, no, it's not HR, it's HR. Okay, great. So you say HR, but you say HR. Okay. Yeah. Correct with the second pronunciation, which is HR. Is that right? HR, not HR. I feel like if you're not listening carefully, this could become quite confusing. So just to be clear, is it HR or HR? It's HR. So which one is it? Yeah, it's the second one. What was the first one? HR. What was the second one? HR. Which one is it? It's the second one. So HR or HR? No, I'm pretty sure it's HR. HR, why'd you eat it? It wasn't food. Oh, thanks, Gemma. That's nice of you to do that. I appreciate it. C. Blaney, that's astounding. That's an astounding thing, you know. Michaela, hey. Yes, SE 1984. It's my speech, not the King's speech. Correct. It's a new dialect called Aussie Autistic. So it's like a new dialect. Autistic Australian, maybe, is a better way of putting it. Nobody makes Orion bleed his own blood, except me and my horrible stimming on my finger. I mean, legitimately just stimmed with my nails too hard, and now there's like liquid blood. Okay, how much, guys? I'll put it on a tissue and send it to you. How much? Oh my goodness. My hands are stuffed, man. All the pills. HR. Thank you, all the pills. I very do appreciate your support and for clearing that up. Autistic Renegade, I'm speaking Australian English, the best type of English. Correct. Which is a thing, by the way. Like if you went into a Word document, you could select Australian English. It's a real thing, like it's not a joke. I like when Americans say they speak American. It's like, no, you don't. No, you don't. You speak English. You might speak American English or US English, but you don't speak American. Or I like when Canadians say they speak Canadian and French. Like, no, that's not real French. That's Canadian French. It's kind of like Australian English. It's close to English, but not so much. No, I can't offend people today. I apologise. My human suit, the greatest name in the history of the world. Welcome, my friend, to Orion's inner circle. Thank you for being a part of my inner circle and becoming a member. I appreciate it. It's very kind of you to be there to support me and my stuff. And you know what? To prove it, I bleed for my work. Like, that's a brilliant suggestion, all the pills. The next 10 purchases will get my signed book in blood. That's not true. It's not going to happen. Don't do it. Great pickup, Mum Mai. Very classic pickup. You're right. There's South America, North America. Though, personally, if you ask some people where they're from, they may say the States, the US, but they may also say America when they're from the USA. So we're clutching at straws, but I respect that. I appreciate that. Customs says no. Claire from the Woodshed Theory. Would that be an issue, do you think, Claire? If I sign my books in blood, would they have to open the book though, wouldn't they? They'd have to physically open the book to look. How would they know? But that's true. Now, I've watched too much. This is the other thing. You know how I just did a thing before my special interest rant about microphones? And that was just riveting stuff. I'm sure you just loved it so much. And then I gave a lecture to Jen for 20 minutes on a microphone. It was just riveting. You know, my other special interest is criminal law. I could just do videos. I could just read textbooks with you and go through criminal law. No worries at all, mate. I'll get you out of anything. Pay me the big bucks. I can literally just do a rant on just my special interest in criminal law. And the first thing, why did I bring this up? Blood. I start sending people my blood, I'm going to be, arrested and thrown in jail for multiple crimes right across North America. They got my blood. Anyway. Vincent, is this an unplanned stream or is this a specific topic? Yes, correct. Off the shelf rides, just discovered at 47, Autistic. My wife and I are enjoying learning from your videos. Thank you. I'm so happy to hear that. Welcome, my friend. Great to have you here. Sorry, just to clear it up for people who are wondering, is this an unplanned live stream or is there a topic? And the answer is yes. Just to clear that up. I hope that helps. I hope that helps. When I start to make myself laugh, it's usually bad signs all around. Roger's still down there sleeping. All the pills. What's 462A of the Crimes Act? Which one? You think it's a joke, right? How long did that take, guys? Was that 2 seconds? What did I bring back? The Crimes Act, mate. You think it's a joke to me? You think this is a joke? It's not a joke. Like, criminal law is legit. This is a Crimes Act, guys. This is a printed copy of the Crimes Act. It's not a joke to me. It's real. It's legit. I'm not making fun. This is real. This is of course in Victoria, because you've got to keep in mind, like USA, we're a federation of states. So you have your state-based Crimes Act, and then you have like a national criminal code. Be more specific. Which state are you asking about? I studied in Victoria. When I ask a lawyer a question, Don't ask me, because I'm not one. But nevertheless. Was it 462? Right. Interesting. Okay. Are you referring to 462 capital A, the use of force to prevent the commission of an indictable offence? 462A, capital A? 462 capital A? Yep. A person may use such force not disproportionate to the objective as he believes on reasonable grounds to be necessary to prevent the commission, the continuance, or completion. Okay, so let's ask commission. Potentially, you feel like someone is in the activity of planning or going to. The continuance are currently committing, or the completion are in effect getting away of an indictable offence, or to effect or assist in effecting the lawful arrest of a person committing or suspected of committing any offence. Now that is interesting, my friends. This is a criminal code, so we're talking about citizen's arrest type setup, I guess is the best way of putting it. Yeah, this is the thing. People don't realise, but with regards to a citizen's arrest, it comes into play if there's no police around. It comes into play on the premise of, I don't like that person. That's not acceptable, right? Okay, but what about if you physically see someone committing a crime? They're physically committing a crime, or they're trying to commit a crime, or someone goes, hey, they just took my thing, and they're running away, right? What could you do? This is something that, this is talking about. Now, of course, this is very specific. This makes it clear it must be an indictable offence. So we're not talking about like little summary offences, right? Offences that usually would, they're like little fines. These aren't things people are going, whoa, like you need to go to jail, right? Like we're talking about an indictable offence. That's what I just said, Jen. What are you saying? Only if it's. I just said that, Jen. I just said that. Are you saying I didn't say that? What's happening? Okay, good. We're on the same page. Don't start me, mate. Don't start me on law. This isn't a joke to me. That's right. That's right. In America, sorry. In the USA, you would call them a felony. In Australia, we have what you would refer to as more of a British style of law, because we are part of the Commonwealth, and we started off with most laws and court precedents from British law, British court. In fact, there may be still some case law based on British law, right? Until the High Court kind of come up with something different, in Australia that is. Okay, so, that's a whole different kettle of fish. So yes, that's right, indictable offence, a felony. Use of force to prevent the commission. Now this is interesting. May use such force not disproportionate to the objective they believe is on reasonable grounds necessary. So, okay, so I see a crime being committed, and my objective is to prevent it. I have the objective of, I've seen a crime, I have to prevent it. Now, on reasonable grounds, what do I feel is necessary? What's proportionate to that? Okay, well, this is a good question. Are they armed? Is it aggravated? Do they have weapons? What's a weapon? A weapon isn't just what you think it is. A weapon can be anything, right? This book, it's thick. It's thick enough to be a weapon. What's disproportionate? I don't know. How many people are there? Right? What do they have weapons? Don't they? Are they bigger than me? Are they smaller than me? Is there many of them? Is there one of them? Are they old? Are they young? Are they running? Have they given up? If they've gone, okay, you got me, mate, and they've sat down on the wall, and then I start kicking them in the head, that's disproportionate. Exactly. My apologies, guys. I've ranted on criminal law. You got me started. I'm sorry. Me likey. Me likey. That's right. That's what lawyers say. Why do you do this? Me likey. By the way, if the offence you commit is in this book, which is the Crimes Act, right? It's indictable, right? If it's indictable. If the offence you committed or alleged to commit is in this book, the chances are it's an indictable offence. It's a felony, just from a walk-up start. Yes, I have an obsession with this because I did go to law school and I 100% passed all the criminal law classes, got good grades in them, blah, 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 blah. And I dropped out before finishing. No, I'm just looking through this. All appeals. A person has a duty of care to conduct himself in such a way as to avoid harm to others, where a reasonable man could see that such harm could occur. All appeals, $5. Thank you, all appeals. Now, that sounds more like torts law or civil law. I acknowledge that's pretty much the same thing as what I just said with regards to committing the citizen's arrest. But yeah, I think there's a slightly different test with regards to tort law, civil law, than there would be to the commission of a crime. Because again, you're talking about avoid harm to others, where a reasonable man could see that such harm could occur. I mean, if you're stopping someone who's committing a crime, you can't predict what they're going to do to continue to commit that crime or get away with that crime. So it would be hard to justify defending yourself while trying to stop them, and therefore them being hurt, and that being reasonable, not reasonable. And that's the difference between law, criminal law, and civil law, torts law, which is the balance of probabilities, which is really, the balance of probabilities is really like just got to get to like 51% basically, where, your criminal law, that's beyond a reasonable doubt. That's a much higher threshold. Nevertheless. In fact, Joseph, this isn't as big. I'll show you the difference. It wouldn't work for my mic, because that's it there, and they're the two binders. So it isn't as big as you think. Now I'm looking at all these law books. How funny is that? Anyway. Man, there's some weird offences, I'll tell you. A whole section on setting traps, believe it or not. Julia, what about criminal psychology? What about criminal psychology? Because I studied criminology as well. So I studied criminology, which is part of more of an arts degree. So I studied law, but also I studied criminology. What do you want to know about criminal psychology? It's complicated, but extremely fascinating. Yeah, that's right, Jen. I'm with you completely on that idea of an attractive nuisance. Something that is inviting or accessible, but dangerous, sort of. Absolutely. Well, they're everywhere, really, aren't they? Wendy, we were talking about true crime or crime. We're talking about special interests, and true crime stuff is special interest to mine, but more so specifically criminal law. I've definitely had classes concerning psychology and possible causes of crime, Julia. Absolutely. That's the whole point of criminality. More than classes. I mean, I've completed, but yeah, so that's right. The idea of criminality and why it's committed and why it is reoccurring. So recidivism, the reoccurring, it's not really that complicated, to be honest with you guys. I mean, there's exceptions to every rule, but in general terms, why do people commit crimes? There's something they need. What's the history of what's the history of quite a lot of people that commit crimes if you went back through their life history? Not good. Not good. The psychology at criminality, I mean, I found it, is actually quite sad. It's actually quite sad. And when you read the history of people, and you see them, you think, wow, this is not a good childhood. This is not a good life. I can see how this got here. That's right, Mark. It's a means to an end. Addiction. So you've asked me, addiction in one form or another is an extremely, extremely high motivator for crime. And then people go, yeah, well, that's their problem. They're addicted. And to that, I would say, from learning the psychology behind addiction, the psychology behind addiction is mental illness in one form or another. If you have a horrible life or a childhood, you develop mental illness of one form or another, you find things to medicate yourself. That leads to addiction. Addiction leads to needing more of the self-medication. That costs money. How am I going to get that? I can't even get a job. I don't even have a house. I live on the street in a box. My family don't talk to me because they're horrible. I'll have to steal something. I'll have to commit a crime. That's one of the psychology views. Of course, there are many people who commit crimes for reasons that aren't that. They are well and truly have all the means they need in life, and they simply want more. But that's psychology as well. Is addiction common in autism? Life with PHP. Well, that's a good question to ask everyone. I can't answer that question myself. I think, and here's the thing, right? That's what I did learn too in studying things like criminology. So not the law, but the psychology behind the crime. I found that, and you find this in law too. If you start making these broad sweeping statements, right, about everything in general terms, you're going to lose every time. Like, you learn very quickly. Every single offense or person, everything has their own story, their own experiences, their own reasons, and it's the idea that, yes, autistic people have lots of addictions, or yes, people who are autistic or this or that, is wrong, because everyone is different. Everyone's life is different. Are there different triggers for it or reasons for it? Okay, so what's the reasons? What did I say before? I said addiction can come from a need to self-medicate, which can come from things like mental illness. Okay, so let's take that out of the equation, and then let's say you're autistic or neurodivergent, so you're different in a way that creates some level of suffering because your difference, makes your life harder. Then you may want to seek to self-medicate, right? And then that may lead to an addiction to that self-medication. Well, that could be alcohol, that could be drugs, that could be sex, that could be, I'm not going to continue this like it's a exhaustive list. You know what I'm getting at. So there's a correlation there, definitely. Anxiety is a big one, obviously. Oh, I didn't run out of things, Muppet. I just thought it got a bit boring. People can get addicted to food. I binge eat. People can get addicted to people. People can get addicted to things. People can get addicted to places. People can get addicted to activities. Some people get addicted to digitally stalking others, right? And there's many different addictions. Recycled London, I honestly, I'm sorry to hear that experience. I can't provide you with any advice based on your question, medications and healthcare and stuff. That's not something I can do, so I simply can't do that. I agree with some of the people that are saying it. Learning about things can become an addiction too. Absolutely, for autistic people. Like special interests can become an addiction. Or learning about something in particular can become an addiction in the kind of terms of how you would define an addiction. The need for more and more and more. And there's this constant, that's what life's about. And then they fizzle out. But yeah, absolutely. It's going to put the Crimes Act back. All right, warning to everyone in the chat that this is a good time to wind it up. I'm providing you with a warning that this will end very soon. This is my warning to you. 72, SE 1984. I'm 72 years old. Yep. I appreciate every one of you guys. I appreciate all of you being here and saying hey, and I appreciate you going out of your way to not like this video. That means a lot. That means a lot. Please don't like it. In fact, I'm demanding that you don't like this video, okay? You can shove your like. Your like can get stuffed. Don't like it. I don't need your like, mate. The fact there's way less likes than views doesn't mean anything to me. No skin off my nose, because there's lots already gone, right? Nope, don't like. No liking. No likey. All right. It's great to see you all again, guys. Thank you, Whitney, for helping me out too with the comments. I appreciate it. That was really appreciated. Thank you for your time, Whitney. Jen from Neurodivergent says, it's now Claire's turn for a live stream. I'm looking forward to that. Looks like everyone's relying on that to happen now. I'm sure she's happy to hear that, Jen. Unless there was one scheduled and I missed it. I would never do a live stream at the same time. That was not. I hope that's not the case. But looking forward to that. All right, guys. Thanks, Jen. Thanks, Claire. Thanks, Whitney. And thank you to everyone who's been involved today. I've got one script, and I haven't recorded it. One script. I'm going to try and record it. I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. It's 11:07 a.m. on a Wednesday. All right. Bye, guys. Catch you later. I've got to go. I'm sorry. It's been like already 98 minutes. It's a long stream. I'll catch you guys soon, okay? Thanks for being here. I appreciate it. Bye.